Hey guys, we're back. This is Girlfriend Season 1, Episode 20, The Burning Vagina Monologues. Okay, so let's get right into it. Tony Chlamydia Childs is gonna get chlamydia. And I'm not grinning about that, but it's just, this is so funny. Joan's gonna spend all episode crying about how Sean hasn't told her that he loves her yet. Hi. I mean, she just makes everything an issue. I actually tried the olive juice trick. Don't do it. Of course they like the temp more than Maya. The temp probably actually worked and didn't take 2-hour lunch breaks to get her hair done by Ronnie at situations and didn't spend all her billable hours taking personal calls. Of course they love the temp more. She baked them cookies. Of course they love the temp more. She did her work. Of course they love the temp more. Are we really still shocked by this? Oh, now Tony don't want to sleep with Greg. Okay, so after you didn't win and had your little affair, your little romantic rendezvous with Dr. Clay, Dr. Spencer, aka Clay, Dr. Spencer, now all of a sudden you don't want to sleep with your man? Not Tony sleeping with them in the same night. Ew. I wonder how that went. Like, because you know what, right? I've seen in movies and TV shows how like people who just came like fresh from the affair don't be feeling like being touched, by the spouse, the boyfriend, whoever, like the person that they're cheating on. Like they be like, oh no, I gotta take a shower. I gotta wash the filth off me. And to do it with both of them in the same night is kind of just like, how did that go? Now, granted, she didn't want to at first because, like I said, remember she didn't want to sleep with Greg. But how do you tell him I don't want to sleep? Especially when like if y'all were kind of like animals before, because it's like, how do you now tell him you're not in the mood? It's like, oh, when are you never not in the mood, girl? You know what? Sean gotta go. Got to go. Joan was so valid in asking, what is this? After he mentioned New York. Because how do you not even, now I remember I said she's going to cry this whole episode about him not saying that he loved her. But, excuse me, 6 months in New York? I'm not waiting for you. Especially when literally all episode I was crying about you not saying you love me. Like, I'm not waiting for anybody. Are you getting me? We ain't married. I agree with Lynn. Let him go. Like, either he loves you back and it's all good or not. Like, stop wasting time with him. He's clearly a loser. Tony is better than me. I would have never came and told the collective that I had an STD. That would have embarrassed me deeply. I would have had to take that to the grave. Okay, maybe not the grave. You got to tell the people that you've been with. But I wouldn't have told people who don't necessarily need to know. It's like Maya to make it about her. Girl, how long ago did you have that surgery? Why are you even putting 2 and 2 together? You didn't sleep with Dr. Spencer? No, you wish you did, but you didn't. So Tony didn't put on a glove with anybody? Again, you was doing the do with 2 people in one night and you didn't put on a glove with anybody. I'm like Lynn, unless it was at the same time, that is disgusting. It's like a cheater to get suspicious of the cheated. Yeah, you do in the dirt, now you think they do in the dirt. Don't be questioning him about who he meeting up with and where he going and who he having lunch with. He's trying to get his art noticed in places other than 847 and Dr. Clay's office. Why do I keep calling him Dr. Clay? Dr. Spencer, whatever. More than his house. It's a weird way to tell him you have an STD. I mean, you go from accusing him to being like, well, I have chlamydia, so you need to look about who you've been with. But then again, if you weren't cheating, I guess that is kind of how you would approach the situation. Because if you weren't cheating and you got chlamydia and you're in a relationship and the only person you're sleeping with is your boyfriend or your man or whatever, clearly he's the one who gave it to you. So then that means he been out there cheating. So, I mean, I guess that's the normal way to approach it if you're not cheating. But you were the one that's cheating. So that passer of guilt is a little crazy. Oh, Greg is pissed because he's like, bruh, I don't have it. That means you have it. And that means you didn't got it with somebody else. Who you been with? Not Clay professing his love before Sean. Didn't we just start doing Clay like 3 business days ago? How he already in love? Sean couldn't even fart it out, but Clay over here professing it from the rooftop. He about to be on the Eiffel Tower with it. Joan, please stop waking people up with this mess. Go away from me with this. She calling everybody in the middle of the night frantic about this fool not being able to say, I love you. And the only way he could say, I guess he had to piss it out. He had to piss it out before he could say it. This is reason 947 why Sean has to go.